Good evening, my truth seekers. I hope everybody's doing well on this lovely evening. Monday night, November 28th. Anyways, I haven't spoken to any of you in quite a while. I haven't seen any validation towards my time travel patterns predicting Mandela realities. But I'm watching November 22nd's episode for Timeless, and the great engineer comes back from the future to assist the time traveling team with the final event, which will ultimately change the events in the future, 2100 something. And they are deflecting an asteroid. They're using antimatter to power a laser to deflect an asteroid. And that's gonna save tens of millions of people. So that was their whole point, coming back from the future into the past to our present day reality to change our present day events, which is their history, to alter their history to be able to save tens of millions of people in their timeline. But what it's going to do by deflecting the asteroid, excuse me, is it's going to change time, change reality. Our present day, what the event of them deflecting the asteroid will change the reality forward through time into 2100, into the time travelers timeline. So the whole time I'm thinking the elite are time traveling into the past, meddling with our past history and changing our current present day reality. That's why we're experiencing these Mandela realities. Well, maybe I missed it. Maybe it's actually our future selves time traveling back into the past, because they would definitely have the technology to time travel. And they also have the knowledge of our history, of what's gone on, what's going to happen to us. So they would be prone to come back and do that. So maybe I did miss a big hint that it's not us time traveling into the past, it's time travelers from our future time traveling into our present day and meddling with our present day events to change our future for the betterment of mankind, which in turn changes all of our reality, which in turn changes our memories. But if we never got in contact with any of these time travelers, and they change time, and we move forward into the future's undetermined. So we wouldn't technically notice it, but there would be changes that would occur. So people who remember something that it used to be like the Berenstain Bears, now it's the Berenstain Bears. Because the future time travelers changed our present day events by thwarting off an event. So this could very well be what might have happened come 2012. We're all being threatened of pending doom. Albeit could be fear porn from the cabal. We know what they're all about. But we do know Nibiru's up there. And the blue Kachina star, the Hopi prophecy. And many people have seen many different things in the sky at night and at day that aren't usually there, and we cannot explain what they are. So things are happening out there, things are changing, so something could have happened come 2012, and future time travelers, future us, knew it was going to happen, so they came back in time to 2012 before the event and actually deflected the asteroid or Nibiru out of our path, which saved us, but it altered timeline, which therefore, things could have been changed via the Bible or corporation logos or certain memories we have when we were kids. They could be different because an asteroid was deflected to save Earth, but because it was meant to hit us and it didn't, that timeline was changed. So maybe it is definitely not the elite time traveling from the present day into the past, meddling with the past, changing our present day realities. To me, it seems more like our future selves, whom would have the knowledge of what's going to happen, what's to come. And they're the ones who are changing our present day memories. Time travelers from the future. To me, it makes more plausible sense. But I'm going to play this real quick. You're going to hear the engineer talk to the crew, the main team. And she's going to explain basically what I did. But it's going to, tell you exactly what their agenda is, basically. And then you'll see what I mean about this being a Mandela reality, this being a prime factor involved maybe in playing the Mandela reality. Something that we can definitively equate to.
I'm Traveler 117. The director says hello.
Welcome to the 21st, engineer.
Call me Blue.
It's wonderful to see you again.
You too.
20% that low power. Close. One phase. Close. Camera. Stop recording. Viewfinder.
Sorry about
Image.
that, my phone was dying.
One phase. Small. Speech off.
That was my voice talking because I'm visually impaired and I need the voice on there to be able to do what I need to do. So I do apologize about that interruption there. That was very rude of my phone to do that. Let's get this going.
21st, engineer.
Sorry, everyone.
I'm Traveler 117. The director says hello.
Welcome to the 21st, engineer.
Call me Blue.
It's wonderful to see you again.
You too, kid. How are you coping with your situation, dear?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you, ma'am. It is an honor to meet you in person.
Please, the honor's mine. You do know you guys are already famous where I just came from?
Really?
Not in a good way. Oh. There's been a lot of arguments among the project team over you. I should know, I've argued on both sides. But if they ever give you a hard time, remind me not to ever get on your bad side.
Wait, you know who abducted my team?
Wasn't anyone on my team.
They were tortured for days.
I know what happened, dear. I'm from the future. I'm sure it was terrible, but the point is you found them. Well, we found them. Not that that matters anymore anyway. This is the big day. If this works, We're done.
Just works. We save tens of millions of lives.
Sure we do. But you're forgetting the oath you took before you came.
At peril of our own birth.
The handsome boy gets it.
I'm sorry, I don't.
They're so cute when they're young. Everything up to now, all these missions, they've been preparations, fine-tuning for this moment. Not that the other work wasn't important or didn't matter, but if we successfully deflect asteroid Helio 685, we alter the course of humanity so profoundly, it's highly probable that the time we come from, everything between then and now, the plagues, the shortages, the wars, none of that will happen. Which means it's also highly probable that neither will we.
Don't be afraid. I'm going to exact revenge on the destruction.
Changes to the timeline will happen from present day all the way through the future to 2100. That's basically changing the timeline to save humanity. What I'm trying to get at, what we deem a Mandela reality change in our mind, something that doesn't jive with what we know and what we believe in, is a true change in reality. Now, where that change in reality came from is beyond all of us. They think we're all having mismemories, which I find very hard to believe. I think people are just having doubt and fear and not wanting to believe that this phenomenon is real. Well, a lot of people are trying to prove what this is, but I'm really leaning towards our future selves, time traveling back to our present day, meddling in our present day events, knowing what to interfere with to change, to allow future events to unfold in the way they deem fit. But it's not nefarious, it's saving tens of millions of lives. But in the process, it changed our everyday reality, which also is our memories. So it was done in benefit for humanity, regardless of the phenomenon outcome. It's a byproduct. Our memory changes, who cares about that, right? That's what they're looking at. We just saved your asses. Who cares if your memories are different, if you're witnessing a different reality? But it'll give them something hot to talk about. You guys remember this used to be this way? But they think, oh, they couldn't fathom why those byproducts were created in the first place. They think, oh, we saved humanity, we're heroes. But they couldn't understand why we did it, or why it was such a big deal to save humanity in the first place. So maybe that was the case in 2012. Maybe many people did ascend, and the rest of us were saved from a bunch of our own future self time travelers. They obviously had our best interest at heart. We play a big role in this timeline. We're meant to do a bigger outcome, or create a bigger outcome. We're all the chosen ones entering into the new golden era. And we need to take that stand, and we need to march into the golden era, proud with our heads held high, knowing that the liberation of humanity and the unlocking of the shackles and the lifting of the veil is undoubtedly inevitable. But we all need to realize this, and we all need to see it. The golden era is ours to embrace. Whether this Mandela effect or secret space program or inner earth or whatever the case may be, whatever we're told first about, we all need to take this and move forward and truly take our place in the stars as one race, one peaceful race. We can do this, everyone. We can take down the cabal without violence. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. Anyways, I love you all. Everybody keep truth seeking. Use your best discernment. Help somebody out every day, whether it's the smallest little thing by paying their $2 that they can't afford at the convenience store, or giving up a parking spot. Even at these crazy holiday times, it feels good. Even giving up your parking space and walking that extra 200 feet, you know you did something nice. And it makes you feel good. And if everybody would do that, the karma would flow all over the place. Anyways, have a good night. Keep truth seeking, everyone.
Speech on. Viewfinder. Viewfinder. Stop recording video.